You don't want to have a schnitzel discussion before the show?
Yeah, just some banter.
I thought you were gonna finally review that schnitzel, or is it already faded from memory?
Oh, I still have a whole segment on a bad schnitzel that I had here in Iowa, but the conspiracy goes too deep for this podcast. I'll have to save it for the treehouse.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It truly is a deep culinary experience / conspiracy, and the German food in Iowa might not be as authentic as one might think.
Oh, no.
Shocking, truly shocking.
To be fair, ordering a schnitzel is rarely a good idea.
Well, you could have told me that a long time ago.
I guess.
At the very least, my parents paid for the meal because I was meeting them for lunch. So,
wait, so you met them?
I finally met my parents. Yeah, my adopted parents contacted me and said they want to meet after all these years, and they bought me a disgusting schnitzel, and I said that's enough, never again. I blamed them.
Well, I'm saying you shouldn't order it online. You should go to the restaurant.
I did.
Oh well.
What do you think? My parents came over and ordered fucking DoorDash for me?
I mean, I was confused by it. Right.
I mean, you must be.
I mean, I can't wait.
Honestly, I'll talk about this all day. Anything is better than Skinamarink. By the way, hey everybody, welcome to Is It Kino? I'm Simian Jimmy, joined by the Schnitzel King, Florian Himsel.
That's a foreshadowing.
Yes. Everyone ready for the most important Kino review of all time? Oh man, this movie is really awakened something in me. Okay. How's everyone doing?
It awoken something in you, because all of me fell asleep. So it's very opposite experiences. We're also joined by, in this very special subsection of Is It Kino, the one and only Weekend Warrior.
Hi guys, I feel bad because I recommended this movie.
You should feel incredibly bad. The entire time I was just seething, just waiting to have a moment to talk about this incredible piece of shit movie. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
This movie has so meticulously been crafted to be the least enjoyable experience in all of history. It is magnificent in its horrificness, you know?
Yeah, I didn't want to be too hyperbolic here, because on this show I often say this is the worst thing we've ever watched. But now, comparing this movie to Dominion and Teen Titans, watch Space Jam, and even Kino Corner's movie Wasted Hours, in my Letterboxd review, I apologize to Kino Corner, because now I have truly seen how far the boundaries of what can be considered a film can be stretched.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could literally make anything into a film now. I mean, Jesus. He probably was holding the camera the wrong way and just accidentally filming the wall the entire time, and then he just said, "Oh yeah, well, I can't scrap it now. Here it is.
Can't waste all this great digital footage that we're gonna put a film grain filter over." But Weekend, I'm sorry. What are you trying to say, Weekend?
No, I was gonna say that first of all, I feel bad because I was interested in the concept of it. But one of my notes, I put in my notes, this was a short film that went on too fucking long. That was my initial. That was one of my notes. I think it would have been fine if it was spaced better. It was spaced faster.
I mean, obviously, I would remove the concept of a short film from that sentence. So I would just say that it went on too long. I think we could all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
I think what he's trying to say is this would have worked better as a short film, but maybe the director got greedy and wanted to make that $2 million box office, which, considering this movie cost $15,000 to make somehow. Oh, damn! How this was not free to make, I am shocked. I don't know where he wasted the money, because I could have made this for free. But fuck, man, they made $2 million. This is the greatest fucking con in history.
That's a lot of that's a great return on investment, though.
They tricked so many people into thinking this is a movie worth paying for, and they fucking ran away to the bank.
Yeah, and that means it'll keep happening. This is the moment. This is the defining moment of future cinema, where anyone could just fart out the worst piece of shit ever, and people will just be amazed at it. There's no way that they can even be honest about how awful it is, because I guess supposedly it's about kids suffering and shit. So I guess we gotta have a heart and think of the kids.
Oh, if those kids
somehow.
were like physically being tortured and suffering in the film, I would have enjoyed it so much more than just staring at their legs. But before we explain to the audience what this movie is, because I'm guessing most of them don't know. Only $2 million at the box office, so most people don't know. I should mention, while we were blaming Weekend Warrior that we had to watch this movie, the blame also falls on me and on the audience, because I suggested last episode that we do a second chance showdown poll where everything that was ever on the polls that didn't win was in a big mega poll. We had 13 options, and somehow the audience, out of 13 great options here, voted for this movie. Second place was a tie between Human Centipede 3 and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Oh man, could you imagine if we watched either of those fine Kino films? Why did they vote for this?
Yeah, it's insane that this would happen. I mean, but I guess it's good because this movie is my white whale. This is the one that I will have to dedicate so much time to. This is going to be the most pivotal review I will make on my movie review podcast channel as well.
Wow.
Florian is triggered.
This is the most pivotal point of where the fucking critics have just completely lost touch of what the audiences might ever enjoy. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's impossible that anyone would go into a cinema and see this and enjoy it. And God, like, it's bad enough watching it on the internet where you could actually skip forward if you
Did you skip forward?
I didn't
you bastard.
I didn't do it much, okay? I would have... I mean, Jesus, if you skipped forward, it'd be like 5 minutes, wouldn't it? Like, there's so much of nothing. Jesus Christ.
It's a movie where you could miss any scene and it'd be okay, but then like every single scene is like that, so then really you could miss the whole movie and not miss anything.
Yeah, in fact, if you accidentally paused the movie at some point, you wouldn't even notice.
Florian sat there on the pause screen for 6 minutes and he didn't know.
Yeah, I made up for it by skipping forward. It was fine.
Oh my God.
Weekend, go ahead.
It was so frustrating because I really like these like first person or like analog VHS like found footage type movies, and it was just so disappointing at how boring it was.
Is it supposed to be found footage?
Like it's like some sort of like analog, like that's what I saw on the internet, right? It's like some analog. That's why there's a film grain on it.
Well, according to Low-Res Wonder
okay.
Bread said that they just filmed it digital and they put like the shittiest Windows Movie Maker like film effect over it, so it looks like there's little crackles and popping in the data. But no, yeah, it's just a cheap, shitty effect, just like most of the effects. Like when the toilet is appearing and disappearing, like very, very shitty Photoshop there. I could have done that better, and I don't know how to use any of those things.
Well,
it goes, oh, what happened? Oh, what's happening over here, big sister? And I don't know, man, because I really wanted to like it. Like, the idea behind it could have been great, but the execution, I just don't like the execution.
I mean, the idea behind it was, let's make the worst thing ever. Like, the point was that... No,
Florian,
the point was that... let me... Like, the point was that they...
You really hate this film. Oh my God. This is the first time I've seen you, like,
the point
really
was
mad.
that supposedly there's this... This is like supposedly a memory where like it's really jumbled and it's supposed to be children's memory.
Did you watch like a Looper YouTube video like fucking Skinamarink explained?
I did, yes.
For which channel?
God, damn, I forget. Okay, I guess you'll have to wait for my big debunking of that video to find out.
Oh wow, yeah. You're gonna shit all over them.
Oh, that video pissed me off to no fucking end. Jesus Christ. Just taking this utter garbage and then like seeing meaning in it. And it's like, oh yeah, I totally, it's totally like that one time where I was alone as a child and I was confused. This movie was exactly like that, and that's why it's a great movie, and it's so good that this little creator has had this great opportunity. Oh my God. But wow. Yeah, it's like a jumbled memory basically. That's why it's like that. And I mean, I guess
I did watch Wendigoon's video on it.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, Wendigoon.
Oh, you're gonna shit all over Wendigoon, Florian?
Oh wow, you're gonna.
Dude, I like Wendigoon, but this is the worst video I've ever seen. Jesus.
Well, shout out Wendigoon if you want to come on to debate Florian. Let me know.
Yeah,
no, I don't think that's why he liked it, right? It reminded him of his fear as a child, right? That's what he was saying.
No, he's been real quiet ever since that anti-reviews video came out, shitting all over his Skinamarink tank.
Oh no!
Yeah, you think he'll speak?
He's gonna disappear from the internet as soon as your video comes out and gets 30 views.
Yeah, I can't wait to slay him. You know,
his reputation as a reviewer has been slandered for life.
Irrelevant. It's over. It's over, Wendigoon.
Yeah, I'll be the people's hero. Okay, it's what they deserve.
I like the idea of it. It's just too
Oh, well, hey, we have not even attempted to explain to the audience what the movie is, so we can. Okay, would you like to tell people what this movie is?
Yes, I feel responsible also because I went to Twitter and added my audience. Hey guys, just vote for Skinamarink.
Oh, so you're the one to blame for real?
Yeah, it was terrible at first, and then it got all the upvotes. Oh wow!
I should have known somebody was gaming the system.
No, it was
From now on, $10 tier patrons of Simian Jimmy only can vote in these polls. You know, we're only going to get 5 votes every time, but fuck it.
Look,
more rounding up the hordes of men to vote in my important straw poll.
I actually plan to rig it as well.
Great.
I have this guy that I do a podcast with, and he was like, "Yeah, you should watch Skinamarink." I'm like, unexpected. I'm saying, maybe you should get your audience to vote on this. You know, if
are these really people trolling us? They're trying to waste our time.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so. I'm gonna have a serious talk with this guy. Holy shit!
Yeah, what a dick.
Okay,
yeah, can you believe? But yeah, he didn't actually get around to it.
Wait, Weekend, we still have not explained the movie. Let's go back to Weekend.
Okay. So, yeah, I was gonna say that Skinamarink is basically a horror movie where
I'm gonna have to object to that one. The real horror was that it inspired thoughts of suicide within me. So that's the closest to horror that it comes.
I mean,
it's trying to be a
movies.
It was trying to be a horror movie. How about that, Monkey? It was trying to be a horror movie where you got a couple of kids who are in a house where shit is disappearing and the demon is fucking with them, and for 570 plus days, and they're fucked. Basically, that's the gist of the movie.
I mean,
and it was poorly told, poorly executed.
I guess you're gonna get a mild spoiler to my debunking here, but what was Wendigoon? It comes to the conclusion that it's like a demon fucking with them, and I think that's probably the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. Because
there was Wendigoon said that because the creator himself said that it's like Hansel and Gretel. Like, there's the definitive narrative. So I kind of agree with Wendigoon's take on it.
There's no demon in Hansel and Gretel.
No, but there's some witch that they're in a house.
Yeah, but that witch is the least magical witch ever. That's just like a cannibal in the woods.
Yeah, but so it's real.
Well, I want to hear Florian's take on no demon.
Okay.
Well, basically, he comes to the conclusion there's this demon that messes with time and has telepathic powers, and he removes the girl's face. You know, what the fuck is your problem? You just explained how it's all faulty memory, and now you're thinking that there's also a demon in it. Don't you see how those concepts don't make any sense together? Obviously. The demon would be like a person who probably did horrible things to the kids, and the fact that it's 500 days doesn't mean it's in hell or whatever, because hell is eternal. It's obviously something that happened in real life where it's they were stuck with this horrible guy for this long, you know? There's no fucking fantasy here. That wouldn't make any sense if you have if you have these levels of artsy-fartsy, you can't also have a demon with magical powers.
I mean, you can. I would say it sounds like the director himself has given the interpretation of what the film should be, but if I'm going to give my own, much like Florian and, Death of the Author, we can add whatever we want to a movie, which, it makes the discussion more fun, I think. I mean, I was only half paying attention to this piece of shit, really. I had my phone out to take notes, and really, almost for the first time ever, I think one other time, I had nothing. Like, this movie is literally not noteworthy in any way. Wow. I had no notes to take. But my interpretation of the plot is that they're talking about, like, the mom's gone, and she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about mom. What if, like, the mom, you know, was kind of schizo, crazy bitch, hated her kids, wants to drown them, like in that Leo movie, Shutter Island. So, you know, that's why she's dead and gone. But what if the spirit, or the demon, perhaps, of that psychopathic mother who hated her own children, what if that's the one tormenting them? And of course she could haunt her own house that she used to live in, and she's locking them inside, and there are some motherly things that it's saying to them, like, go to sleep at the end, and you see, like, this fucking little face in the dark for about 10 minutes at the end of the movie, waiting for you to go to sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna say it was the mom the whole time. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that's close enough. I'm probably thinking it's probably some kind of stepdad that's done this, but yeah, definitely something like that.
Yeah. But we are making this movie sound way more interesting than it is. We need to actually depict what the film is. It is 30% filming the TV, and on the screen is playing any public domain cartoon from, like, the 1930s and 40s that they could find. Just anything that they can put in the movie for free to waste time. You're going to spend about 20 minutes watching cartoons. There's about a full hour of just, like, still shots of a doorknob or, like, a lamp, like just a wall.
Well, I don't know how much attention you pay, but, like, there's subtle shit that happens where like the doors disappear and stuff. Like, I didn't.
Yeah, with very shitty Photoshop.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I guess it was probably fine amounts of Photoshop, but yeah, it's like,
you were watching it on a 14-inch laptop, so
you know what?
My TV was more revealing.
I actually did zoom it in because it looked so bad, and I thought, like, yeah, seeing it smaller actually improves it. You know? Yeah. I guess you
might as well have watched it on an iPod Nano.
Yeah, probably would have improved it, you know? Yeah, it's just so crazy. Like, oh, we're looking at this, like, the top of the doorway, and then the door disappears, and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes so much sense. It's just like it was there, and now it's not. Really, this is, like, in any horror movie where something disappears, it would be like they look away and then it's gone, or maybe it does some effect when it goes, but no, it's just like poof, it's gone. It's like pixel errors, you know?
Yeah, but can you imagine that frightening somebody? Like, what the fuck? Like, is it like a baby lacking object permanence that you get scared by this shot?
Exactly.
Where basically nothing's happening.
But Florian, this is a children's nightmare, Florian.
Yeah, these children don't have very good imaginations if this is what scares them.
Frankly,
I would be cool with it.
Yeah, and like, Jesus, in your nightmare, I mean, I guess it's more like sleep paralysis, because they can't turn their head, and it just points, like, at a really weird angle upwards, you know?
And to be clear, again, we never get to see the characters of the movie. It's always the camera's like on the floor, and we can see their feet and their legs. So at no point is there a character you can attach to or even recognize in the film.
And that motherfucker Wendigo, and he's like, yeah, these kids, they've done some great acting. Are you fucking shitting me? What? What have you fucking watched? They're not even on screen.
And I thought that their vocal work, their lines, most of them were pretty bad. I don't know. Maybe I don't hang out with little kids, but I did not think the dialogue sounded very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even acting. It's just like he tells them the line, and they're like incapable of saying it any better, and I guess that's how it happens.
Like on South Park when they need to find any random toddler to be the voice of Ike.
Oh, really? That's how it works?
Yeah, they just record any toddler that they know.
Well, and according to Wendigo, and apparently all of this was dubbed over, so there's never actually any actual acting, it's just voice acting. So, yeah, you could have just made a million takes of that then.
Like, well, we need another take of your legs standing there for 20 seconds. You fucked it up somehow. Do it again.
Yeah. You did too much. You gotta stand really still, okay? This is high art, kids.
Where did the 15 grand go? Because could we not? Anybody who
Lego.
lives inside of a building could make this movie for free.
I think it's in an apartment. Yeah, just an apartment.
You can anything at all. If you can film a wall and a door, like you can make this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add filter and just be confusing, and you're good.
Well, I mean, there are like some very basic effects, I guess. Wait, are there even? I guess not. I guess they just like film the flashlight and then they pull it away and there's like a spook. And then I guess there's like that one face where the girl doesn't have a face.
No, there are 3 shitty jump scares, and at that point I was like beyond embarrassed for the movie that they're trying to be the artsy fartsy slowest movie ever made,
Exactly.
and then they have to resort to something popped up after. At 3 full minutes of nothing happening on screen, we had something pop up and a loud noise. Oh, are you scared? No, I'm actually fucking angry.
Yeah, for a single second. Yeah, I'm literally beyond words at how anyone could see this and not be just cringing to death.
Yes.
Yeah, I was annoyed when the girl popped up with her no eyes and no mouth, and then with the phone, and when the phone came up, it's gonna ring, isn't it? And when it rang, I was like, oh fuck me. I was like, oh shut the fuck up, Jesus Christ.
It rang. I saw it face when it rang.
Isn't it scary? Cause it's like a weird phone thing. Whoa. No, it was like the most predictable thing that could have happened.
Yeah, I mean, like,
do we have any? We've talked about this for 20 minutes, which is like 15 more than the movie deserves. Do we have any final thoughts on it? Because I really think we've fleshed out every possible talking point. The movie really has 10 minutes worth of content stretched into 100.
I also just want to point out to the podcast that Mumkey had notes for Teen Titans Go watch Space Jam.
I had like a page of notes.
Well, yeah, they keep saying stuff.
Oh my god, this is like I couldn't believe people liked it online. It's like, I really recommended this in good faith, and it was like the most boring, scary movie I've watched. Scary in so many quotes.
Guys, here's my pitch. I know how to make this movie better, and I'm being dead serious. The Teen Titans go see Skinamarink. And they just talk over it. It'd be so much fucking better. Like, I would not be bored for a single moment.
Beast Boy will have like, that phone was made in 1950s. And then...
Especially because they just skip the boring parts. It'd be like 20 minutes of actual things happening, you know? And then they fight like the kids, I guess.
Oh, Robin jumps in to kill the children.
You made a bad movie, die.
Robin has a rant, an unhinged rant about how evil the kids are, and he's just gonna fucking kill them.
Yeah, I don't usually kill, but you guys are the worst.
I did forget to mention during the Teen Titans review, the voice actor for Robin, and he did it for, I think all of them returned from the original Teen Titans, now they're doing Teen Titans Go. I think the voice actor for Robin is by far the most impressive and funny voice actor on that show. Just considering his range of, like, serious Robin, he nailed it. And now, comedic Robin, I think he's by far the funniest on the show. So, shout out to that guy. Fucking the voice of Robin. You know what? I'd rather listen to you talk than watch fucking Skinamarink.
But his jokes are so unfunny.
I think his performance, though, like the way that he's performing even bad dialogue is funny. He's a talented performer regardless of the shitty writing.
Well, I didn't feel that way, but okay.
It might be a kindred spirit to me. I think it's a similar, like, Mumkey Jones, like, screaming and passionate vocal performance. But enough about the voice actor for Teen Titans. Let's... Do you have any final thoughts on Skinamarink?
I'll start wrapping this up. This could have been a 30-minute short film, and I think that would have been more scary and more paced than long shots of weird camera angles with bad filter and nothing fucking happening. So don't watch it. If you're gonna watch something like a horror film, I recommend Noroi. Noroi. That's a Japanese film to the audience. That's a scarier film than this thing, because what's important, guys, is context. And if you have to pick up the pieces to find out what's fucking scary, it's nothing. You have to imagine, like, oh, this is what a child would find scary, or you're trying to justify the fear you're supposed to feel. It's like you're making, it's like the horror equivalent of a plot hole, and you're covering it up in your head. No, it's like the people telling me how scary it is online. It's like, is it though? Are you sure about that?
Weekend, is that also just a level of Kino Corner style pretension where, in their mind it's like, well, this movie's very slow and methodical, so that must mean it's good. So that was a scary, good horror film. Like, it's very pretentious logic I think these people are using.
Well,
that's also possible.
Did he?
I don't think he has a letterboxd review of it. But thankfully, most of my mutuals were like 2 or 3 stars. I gave it the very rare Simian Jimmy half a star review, which I only reserved also for, I think, C.I. Ape.
Wow.
Oh, I saw your podcast with C.I. Ape guy. That was funny.
Yeah, he's in my Instagram DMs right now. We're talking about how not nice. We think he might have been removed from the new Martin Scorsese movie. Because
damn.
There was a reveal, or I guess a news story, that Brendan Fraser is no longer on the cast list. And I asked him about it, and he said, well, shit, my scene was with Brendan Fraser, so I guess I'm out too. Uh-oh.
Damn.
But he doesn't even know. He's going to literally sit down in the theater for that movie, not knowing if he's in it, which I think is exciting.
Damn, he can't find out? That's terrible.
No, how's he going to know?
I mean, does he have anyone to call?
What, he's gonna call Martin Scorsese? They don't give a fuck about some random extra in Kentucky. They don't give a shit, dude.
I mean, there must
Marty,
be someone in the writer's room or whatever, or in the editing room.
Well, I guess we'll call him up.
Though.
I guess you just gotta be patient, huh? Well, anyways, like, obviously, you could have made stuff like this happen, but there is nothing to salvage here. Like, the entire footage, the entire acting, everything, just pure garbage. But like the concept would have needed to be entirely rewritten, done in a way that actually makes sense, that actually communicates the ideas, and you don't have to figure out what it is. You don't have to go on the internet. I mean, there is some room for movies where you have to go on the internet to find out for it, but you can't just literally shit on the wall and tell people, hey, figure it out. Figure out what this is about. I dare you. It's like the Emperor not wearing clothes. The movie. This is what this is.
Yeah, we're the only ones who acknowledge that this film is buck naked in the street, and everybody else is praising the glorious jewels and tapestries that it's wearing and this nice robe. Nah, this movie has its dick hanging out.
I mean, someone being naked could be beautiful, but there's nothing beautiful about this. There's no crown jewels to be praised here.
I have two thoughts for final thoughts. One would be, I think every movie in some way has a purpose, and clearly the purpose of this film is like a prank recommendation. Like, clearly you guys were both recommended to watch it, and we all hated it. So I guess if you want to waste somebody's time, tell them Skinamarink is the scariest, best movie ever. You have to check it out. Like, if you have an enemy or you just want to piss somebody off, tell them to watch this movie. It will work. And my other thought is, based on a lot of the music choices in the movie, there's like a lot of, I think, like 1920s era ballroom dancing kind of scary music. It reminded me a lot of this 6.5 hour album called Everywhere at the End of Time by The Caretaker. And I would say the feelings and emotions of that this film wanted you to feel, I think this album of music actually achieves, and this album is fucking creepy and scary and makes you feel like you have dementia. So I'd say skip this shitty 100-minute movie and invest your time in the 6-hour album. Again, that is called Everywhere at the End of Time, if you want to check it out on YouTube.
Well, I sure hope this review comes out on April 1st, so everyone gets to be surprised by this prank movie, huh?
Yeah, this movie should have came out on April 1st, like Morbius did.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, Morbius did come out on April Fool's Day. So we all agree this movie's pure
perfect.
kino and recommend it to all your friends, basically.
Yeah, basically. Like,
so-
this is the
Make
best
them
horror
watch
film
it.
ever made. The Exorcist, more like Fuxorcist. Exorcist. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if you actually want to find out if you have friends, like figure out if they're willing to watch this for you, you know.
Yeah, I guess all
That-
three of us must be great friends because we sat through this bullshit for each other.
Hell yeah.
It was really the greatest test of our career.
Yeah,
you know?
a bonding experience across 3 continents.
Yeah.
That's my
with the
raving
same
review.
fucking conclusion. It fucking sucks.
We all
Maybe
felt the
the
same
real
exact
Skinamarink-
thing from across the world.
Maybe the real Skinamarink was the friends we made along the way.
That is right. The Skinamarink is real.
Yeah.
What does it even mean?
Hey, that brings us to everybody's favorite part of this subsection of Is It Kino, where we create a poll of what we should watch next. Should I begin, boys? You want to do some thinking?
I have one. I'll put in Noroi, the actual scary film that I approve of.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Another
spelled
whole
Noroi, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to find that so I spell it correctly on the poll. Florian, should I go or did you have one?
Look, we've gone for a really long movie, you know, and you didn't enjoy it. So why don't we make the longest movie that you won't enjoy? Let's go for the extended edition of the Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh, fuck off. Do I
Everyone
get
knows.
a veto as like the host of the show and the man who makes the poll? Can I veto any option and replace it
Nope.
with like fucking Bubble Boy or something?
I guess not. This is it.
Well, okay. That's interesting. My choice is a little bit hackneyed. It's probably the most reviewed movie of all time, but
Oh.
there's some recent developments that make me want to reevaluate it. So let me explain. It was recently announced that Better Call Saul's very own Bob Odenkirk, Saul Goodman himself, stealthily, I guess maybe over a weekend, they remade a movie called The Room with Bob
Oh.
Odenkirk playing the lead character of
No
Johnny,
way.
Tommy Wiseau's character. And that's coming out like in a few months, I think. It's like a big charity project. I'm very excited to see it. Bob Odenkirk said that he took it dead serious. Like he's not doing it as if it's a joke script. He said he's treating it as if Vince Gilligan himself wrote it, and like he's giving it like the gravitas and the dramatic performance it deserves.
Wow.
So eventually, I guarantee we will review that, the Room remake starring Saul Goodman. But the other bit to this is that Florian Himsel once confessed not too long ago that he has
Yeah.
never seen The
Not
Room.
once.
So I thought in
damn.
preparation for this remake and just to get Florian's thoughts, we should watch The Room.
Yeah.
Everyone, you can either give me an experience that might not be half bad, or you could really piss off Mumkey by voting for The Hobbit, you know?
Or we could watch some fucking Asian ass scary movie I never heard of.
Yeah.
What'd you say it was Japanese?
Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to say the wrong Asian country. I know you guys are sensitive about that. It'd be like if you said I lived in Idaho, I'd be so angry.
Yeah,
don't know
who
where
would do
that
such a thing?
Nobody knows where Idaho is. Well, boys,
always
this
forget.
episode is currently at 33 minutes. We usually go for over 40, and we already discussed the movie. So, you guys want to just chat about any random thing for the audience at home?
Oh, what's the problem with Schnitzel?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Are we going to
You
do
have-
that here? We don't want
Yeah, why not?
the
Yeah, I
Grand
guess.
Schnitzel conspiracy. Okay, so here's my
Yeah.
problem. I go out, I get this schnitzel, my parents pay for it. It is just like very soggy, not a good flavor
Oh,
at all.
no.
I really hated the entire experience. I'm wondering what went wrong. My good
Oh, you
friend.
never.
Go ahead.
Oh, you should never get it wet.
I didn't
that's the
order
first
it wet.
problem. I know, that's amazing. You always have to separate like the schnitzel from the potato salad or whatever else. So it
Oh,
doesn't
it
get
came
soggy.
with the weirdest sides. There's like some fucking weird
I
purple shit
remember.
that was disgusting.
Oh, it was.
I saw
saw
every
that-
single thing on the plate was disgusting, Florian. No part of
saw-
my meal was enjoyable.
I saw that was like an American thing that'll be good for Americans. Wow.
I assumed it came from your culture.
Holy
So
shit.
I do some research, and it turns out that this one schnitzel restaurant, like the only German restaurant I could find in Des Moines, the people who own it also own the local Japanese restaurant, the local Australian restaurant, and it's just like a group of like old white guys. So I'm like, so there was no authenticity to begin with. It's just a fucking group of these rich businessmen making fake cultural restaurants, and all like all the menus like have the same foods on them from these different fucking places because it's all owned by the same motherfuckers. So that's why I can never eat a good schnitzel, because no authentic German people want to make a restaurant in my state so I can enjoy their food. I have to rely on the third, world interpretation of this first world food.
Wow, that is a tragic tale.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Could really
Basically, all the ethnic food in my state is being made by white people. I never stood a chance to be cultured at all. And by ethnic, I do mean German.
Must be terrible to live in Idaho. Man.
That's right. It's fucking miserable, truly. So that's that was my schnitzel conspiracy. I'm sure I had a longer version of that story written down somewhere, but you guys really put me on the spot here. So what is what's your schnitzel story, Weekend Warrior?
Oh, I've been to Austria. I actually like it.
Ooh.
When did you go to Austria?
That was when was that? I think it was 2018, before the pandemic. So.
Did you meet Florian?
No, unfortunately. In one of his estates. Yeah, we were. I didn't even know Florian yet. I only knew him because he's the guy that co-created Binding of Isaac.
Wait, he did? I love that game. Florian, you worked on that?
Maybe.
Huh. I saw a Twitter account that was posting some Binding of Isaac facts, and there's this real go-getter trying to, post a reply saying, "Well, actually, here's the real fun fact." And I put him in his place, and I totally ratioed him in the comments.
Oh, he did? Damn.
Yeah, I got double the likes as his. He looks like a real jackass now.
Wait, is that what ratio means? But you would just get those anyways if you got the bigger account. Jeez.
No, people agreed that my reply was better than the person I was replying to.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily true, Florian.
No.
Yeah, small accounts ratio Elon Musk all the time.
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, I guess they probably just got like dedicated Elon Musk haters there.
Wait, you think people might not like him?
What?
Yeah, weird, huh?
No way.
I can't even imagine why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you think Elon Musk hates it?
He does.
Do you think Elon Musk hates it when people shit talk him online, or do you think it bothers him, or not really? Since he's
the fact that he even posts on Twitter at all means he cares.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, that's not my theory. My theory is that he does it. And like whenever anything happens, when they hate him or they love him, it all drives his weird fucking fraudulent business, and people just buy his shit, and he doesn't give a shit at all, and he just shovels in the money by doing it. Okay, I think it's actually his most efficient business strategy.
Yeah, I think he's at the point where money means nothing to him, because he bought Twitter and now he's saying that like the value he paid has been cut in half for how much the company's worth. So he's lost like tens of billions of dollars, and he doesn't seem to really care.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I guess that might still come back eventually, but yeah, he definitely blundered that one.
I think he was really banking on unbanning Trump and Trump coming back to Twitter, and he thought that would drive a lot of engagement and people coming back. But Trump, he's too smart. He refuses to post, even though he's unbanned.
I mean, I don't know if that's smart.
Isn't Trump indicted?
Yeah, he was indicted. By the time this comes out, he might literally be in prison. I mean, I don't know how it works, but who knows?
Wouldn't he be like arrested? He'd be arrested, right? Like who would arrest him? That's like the interesting thing.
Would it be the FBI?
FBI or the police, like in New York?
Well, he is currently in Florida, and the governor of Florida said they will not comply with arresting Trump, so I think it would have to be a federal officer.
Oh, damn. That's going to be spicy.
He already went for that. He already like planned it out so he wouldn't get arrested right away. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I think he knew.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome back to Trash Rats International.
Just like when Putin got indicted.
Oh
for-
my God,
for
that's enough.
Trafficking.
Okay.
You said the P
okay,
word.
yeah.
It's time to move on. Did you enjoy your
man,
time in Austria weekend? We can end with that.
I actually did, yeah. It was a very... I didn't like the tour we went through because it was like, oh, we have to go here.
Very
then after
ugly
30
country.
minutes we go here. No, it's like the pace. But like when we were just relaxing, it was very chill. I liked it. Like the towns, there was like this... We went to a town that had this like every so often they would reenact a Jesus thing,
Wow.
a Lent thing. I forgot. It was really interesting.
Did you go to a small village or is that like a big thing?
It's like I think it's a medium town, not a small village. But it was
wow.
it was nice. Yeah,
I guess it
I
must
was
be
sur-
very touristy if that happens.
yeah. I was surprised that there wasn't no air conditioning in the hotel because it was cold
Wow.
at night. Yeah.
Fuck that.
What, there was no heating?
Oh no, I think we went during like what's after winter, spring, summer, before summer. No, I'm not.
It's spring, before summer is spring.
Shh. Florian, in the Philippines, I mean in Thailand, we only have rain or heat or the sun. That's the only two seasons we have, okay?
That's
I had to
pretty
refresh my
uncultured of you.
memory. Yeah, it's funny that I had to stop. What was this other thing?
Yeah, now that you mention, I guess we do have like some religious parades occasion, like at Easter for sure. We do have those, but I mean, I avoid them like the plague. Like, what am I gonna do?
You
in
don't
church?
volunteer to play Jesus in the Crucifixion remake?
Yeah, I
The
think
reenactment they do?
You have a good resume, Florian. I made Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, you've got the Jesus hair and beard pretty much.
Yeah.
Be perfect. Yep, just get
People do
some
want
fat
to see you get
Jesus on there.
impaled.
Wow.
Hey, you guys want to plug anything? Florian, you just dropped your latest anti-review video on the Scooby-Doo Zombie Island movie that we already reviewed, so really double dipping on that one.
Oh yeah.
I feel like, is that going to be a theme? Are most of your reviews going to be
Yeah.
things we already talked about on Is It Kino?
I mean, if I've come up with more stuff to say, I guess I'm pretty cringe. I'm always like, oh, I got more stuff to say after the fact.
Well, I don't think
Don't say
that's
that.
not cringe.
That's not cringe. Don't say that.
Yeah, I mean, the podcast might help you develop and percolate some ideas for your comedy 6-minute review video. Like you've done that for The
Oh, yeah.
Whale and for Scooby-Doo, and now you're doing it for Skinamarink. It's a
Yeah,
three-peat.
The Whale was surprisingly coherent when I watched it again, so I guess
You
that
watched
was
it
good.
again?
No, I meant like my review of it.
Oh, I was like, wow, why would you fucking watch that again?
Yeah, I like The Whale. I'll probably watch it at some point again, you know.
I mean, Skinamarink makes The Whale look like a masterpiece, because as boring as The Whale was, at least like the characters are talking. I got to see him
Oh,
eating
yeah.
mayonnaise pizza. Things are happening. What if The Whale was just filming his TV the entire time and like a close up of a pizza box while you can hear him eating in the background?
Yeah,
There's no-
oh my god.
There's gonna be subtitles of what he's doing.
Yeah,
Like
chewing. The subtitle says chewing, munching, crunching, swallowing.
And then there's just like silence for like 10 minutes, and it says in subtitles silence. Yeah.
There's like it's like the bathroom door is like slightly ajar, and it's just filming that, but we can hear him like having massive diarrhea on his poor toilet. It's just like 8 minutes of him farting and squirting out juice. He's grunting. Is Brendan Fraser grunt?
oh, that's
That could
better
be
than
pretty
Skinamarink
good,
already. Sign me the fuck up.
Literally a better film. If they just gave The Whale the Skinamarink treatment, it would
Yeah.
literally be a better movie. Just film random
Yeah.
things in his apartment while we hear what he does all day.
That would be great.
It'd be very funny.
Yeah, everyone just needs to release a Skinamarink cut of their movies now, you know?
Is a close-up of like the magnets on his fridge while his daughter is like calling him a fat piece of shit. And he's begging his daughter not to leave.
Yeah, but sadly you would barely hear it because they picked like the worst audio, you know?
Yes, it's very muffled, but then there's subtitles. But then sometimes they don't have subtitles, and it's always when you can really not understand what they're saying.
Oh my god.
That's what they did in fucking Skinamarink. They have subtitles when I can perfectly hear them, and then when they're muffled as fuck, they don't have any. Anyway, I think we just fixed the whale. Like, legitimately, our version sounds like it would be funnier.
Hell yeah.
So is that your plug, Florian?
Well, I mean, I was just curious. Did you watch it already? What
of course. I left a comment on it, Florian. For fuck's sake.
I guess I'd have to log into the other account to find out.
I mean, I don't want to spoil the audience, but I do like your theory that really the movie being such a masterpiece and then having one element that is particularly terrible. I do like the theory that the writers were doing that to punish the audience for even enjoying that element of it to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it a lot more based.
Yeah, because the rest of the movie really is superior compared to, let's say, Scooby.
Yeah, it's just like in Frozen when he had like the worst fucking intro short ever, and then the movie was like okay, but
the shitty ice song. Yeah, like the song everybody skips, and then they go straight into "Want to Build a Snowman," like a fucking classic. They do start off with the shittiest song in Frozen at the very beginning.
Yeah, what a brilliant strategy. I guess they buried forever the concept of intro shorts now, haven't they?
Bury the concept of deleted scenes.
You know what should be a deleted scene? Skinamarink.
Yeah, every single scene, the whole movie should be a deleted scene.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Weekend, do you have anything you want to plug?
Oh, yeah, I actually do have a plug. I'm gonna release a video on Harry Potter this month, the Hogwarts Legacy one.
Wow.
Since I'm working on it right now, so please watch out for it, guys.
And are you gonna do a stream for E3?
Oh, yes, of course. How could we forget E3? Of course you have to respect
I'm so excited.
E3.
Can't wait to see what Nintendo brings this year.
Yeah.
Hoping to see the next Mario game pop up.
I never ever cared about E3, but I guess it's
hashtag fake gamer
this year. Yeah,
yeah. Oh my god.
And they hardly even have any good indies, do they?
Not this year.
Not at all.
Again for E3. Damn it.
Well, I'll have a link to, I guess, both of Florian's channels and one of Weekend's channels down in the description. Go vote. Also in the poll for hopefully The Room. Florian's probably going to cheat the fucking vote again, which is whatever.
I did not actually cheat it, okay?
Well, now that you guys have brought it up, it's just going to happen. Like, somebody's going to start a fucking Discord server like, oh, let's always vote for Weekend's movie, guys. And then fucking spam it with 18 accounts. So this whole thing has been ruined, but that's fine. It sounds like we all wanted to watch The Room anyway, so even when Battle of Five Armies wins, we can just watch The Room the week after for fun.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, I guess I already agreed to watching The Room at some point, so I guess it'll happen.
I think you will like it, and you will relate to Johnny, Florian. I think you guys have very similar voices and speech patterns.
I'm either gonna think that it's the worst thing ever, or I'm gonna think that it's like just a regular movie and I don't see what the hype's about.
Some scenes are very, very funny, and some scenes are insufferable, and that's what makes the movie as a whole so enthralling.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I can't wait. Yeah,
bye, everybody.
Bye.